Today we're talking about atoms, the tiny building blocks of all matter. We'll look at their electron clouds, the nucleus, and how atoms bond with each other. Let's get started. Oh, hello, plant and animal cell.
We heard building blocks.
So you must need us for your lesson.
Well, you two are the building blocks of life, but today we're talking about the building blocks of all matter. That's everything, not just life. In fact, each of you is made up of trillions of atoms.
Trillions?
Oh, so you're saying we're too big?
Oh, no, never. In fact, you'll both have starring roles when we do our episode on cells. But for now, you two need to run along so you don't confuse anyone. Today, we're all about atoms on You Got Science.
You got science!
Let's take a look at a simple model of a carbon atom. These pink protons, they're positively fabulous because they have a positive charge. The blue neutrons are right next to them in the nucleus. Very calm, neutral charge, no charge whatsoever. Together, the protons and neutrons make up the nucleus. Now out here, orbiting around the nucleus, we have the electrons.
Electrons have a negative charge.
Atoms usually have the same number of electrons and protons, and often the same number of neutrons too. Electrons live in layers called shells. The inner shell fills first and can only hold 2 electrons. No more, it's very exclusive. Once that shell is full, new shells begin to form. The outermost shell is always called the valence shell, and it's the valence shell that decides how an atom will bond with others. Welcome back to Molecular Matchup, where single atoms meet on video, and if they choose one another, we'll bring them out here to find out where we're sending them on their very first date. Let's meet contestant number 1. Tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm sodium. I have 1 valence electron, and I am so ready to give it away. Like now, please take it. I don't even care who you are.
Wow, someone really wants to bond tonight. And now let's meet contestant number 2.
Hi, I'm Florine. I've got 7 valence electrons and I'm super independent, like really chill. Although if someone has an extra electron, I will absolutely rearrange my entire life to get it.
And what do you two like to do for hobbies?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, sodium fluoride. Their kids are sure to have gorgeous teeth.
Well, we didn't even have to pay for the date. I have a good feeling about this one. What they share isn't just physical, that was a chemical change. True chemistry. See you next time on Molecular Matchup. Here is our model of a carbon atom. Quick reminder, the atom has 3 main parts. Electrons are on the outside of the nucleus in what we call the electron cloud. Electrons have a negative charge. Protons are in the nucleus and have a positive charge. Neutrons are also in the nucleus. You know they have no charge. The number of protons, the ones I've shown in bright pink, always determines the atomic number, and that tells you which element it is. This atom has 6 protons. It's always carbon. Atoms of the same element can have different numbers of neutrons. These versions are called isotopes. Some isotopes are stable. Some can be unstable and radioactive. Sometimes an atom has a different number of electrons than protons, and in that case, it becomes an ion, and it's a charged atom. But it's still the same element because the number of protons didn't change.
The following contains mature content that relates to high school science standards. Middle school teacher discretion is advised.
The Addams Family.
You got science!
Mr. and Mrs. Addams, so nice to meet you. Oh, what a lovely nucleus you have.
Thank you. Protons, neutrons. I do try to be the balanced one.
And I've been carrying a little extra neutron lately, but still stable.
I could tell right away you were both stable isotopes. And who's this? Oh, my, he bit me. Wow, that's a lot of extra neutrons. Did he just emit something?
We got a note home from school. He's been emitting particles again.
Alpha, beta, sometimes even gamma. We can't keep up. We think he might be unstable.
Do you guys treat radioactivity?
Well, the good news is you're all still atoms. Some isotopes are unstable, especially the heavy ones with so many neutrons. My, he certainly is exuberant. He'll keep emitting particles until he stabilizes a bit.
So he'll grow out of it.
He could. I've heard of unstable atoms maturing into noble gases. In the meantime, I'm going to write you a referral to a high school teacher.
You can't address this here?
Well, this is You Got Science. We handle integrative science, middle school standards. For heavy isotopes and nuclear decay, you'll want a specialist, high school chemistry teacher. In the meantime, enjoy his first half-life.
Here's a quiz for Mr. Fizz.
If I add one neutron, is it still carbon?
Yes,
Why?
because it still has 6 protons.
Terrific! If I remove an electron from the valence shell, what is it now?
Ion.
Yes, and bonus, it's a cation because we lost an electron and cats like to kick things under the couch and lose them. Cation. If I put this one back and add an electron, what do I have now?
Ion.
Right, perfect score. And bonus, you have an anion because you added another electron.
Ah.
Yeah, I know.
And now it's time for Let's Get Real Deep for a Minute.
This might blow your mind a little bit. When you touch a table, the electrons in your skin and the electrons in the table never actually touch. What you feel is just their force fields pushing against one another. So no matter how hard we press, we never really touch anything. We're feeling force fields, not tiny balls of stuff bumping together. These force fields hold up tables, skyscrapers, planets, even whole solar systems. Inside an atom, all the mass is in the nucleus, the protons and the neutrons. So if you squeezed all the empty space out of your body and packed that into just protons and neutrons, you would shrink to about the size of a sugar cube. So don't feel bad that you never touch anything. No one does. Even atoms don't touch one another. They always leave a tiny little bit of space.
This has been Let's Get Real Deep for a Minute.
Where were you this afternoon?
Oh, look!
It's time to say our lines.
Subscribe!